What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Angry Jackalope Rob Ricks. I'm back. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. All right, we see got the typical usual suspects here. We got Bronx, Backwoods, Vixen, Yak, Lyra-lope, and the Garanthanalope. What's up, one and all? Good to see you, motherfuckers. It is that time, Saturday. God damn, I can't believe it's already Saturday, fucking 3/16. It's my daughter's birthday. She's 19. 19. That's right, Daisy. 19, Daisy. You're hot. You know what? It's too hot in here. You need to get off me. Go away. Go. 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 Good girl. Oh, much better. She's like a little oven back there. She just sits back there, and it's like when it's really cold and it's wintertime, blow. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, okay, you know, it's great. But it's hot right now. Holy hell. We had snow for days, and now it's fucking hot. All right, guys. So I come to the show somewhat prepared today. Somewhat prepared. So let's see. I had a little bit of fun. Well, I guess before we do all of that shit, let's go ahead and talk about some things that I've been getting done on the side while I've been working and whatnot, and getting things where they need to be. Some of you may realize that I have been trying to push out as much content as possible. You guys know I've been putting these little workbooks and things out, and some of this has been for me to get my shit together and get organized, and it's been super duper helpful, especially my task lists and things like that. So what I've been got going on, let's see here, Dark Lord Dark Lord will funk you up. Dark Lord will funk you up. Okay. Anyway, I got a sticky. Haha, that's funny. Okay. So, real quick, I'll just show you guys two of my, a few things that I've gotten done recently. So, first and foremost, I did a reskin of this. This is not the final quote-unquote director's edition, but it does have some cosmetic upgrades to it, adds a little bit more mystique to the overall cover, I think, as well as got the rebranding of my new Rymaz logo in there. I'm trying to get everything kind of consistent across the board, so when people see certain things, they go, oh yeah, I know this is Rob's shit, blah, blah, blah. So this was one of them. Another journal I just recently finished for folks that do a lot of traveling and whatnot is called the Travel Master, and this is really for people that do a lot of business traveling, really. One of the problems you have when you travel business-wise is you have to track all of your expenses. You have to track your mileage, you have to track your receipts, you have to track your meals, etc., etc., etc. And when my wife was travel nursing, holy shit, it was that plus much more, because she also had some living expenses, things of that nature that she had to kind of collect, put together, and show for taxes and whatnot. So that's that one. This one right here, I'm super thrilled with having this one done. This one right here is something I've needed for a long time, and this was collaboration. Some of my family members came together with me. We worked on this, found out some of their needs, found out some of my needs, etc., etc., and actually came up with a day planner that is in a book format, covers 2 months at a time. Covers a little more than 2 months. Depending on how you use it, you can stretch it probably 4 or 5 months, depending on how you do your work and things of that nature. Me personally, because I rock typically about 20 hours a day. I'm usually working about 20 hours a day. I needed something that tracked upwards of 22 hours within a given day. So I have this crazy little worksheet, keeps track of shit like my medicine intake. I got to remind myself to drink water. I got to remind myself to do meals. I got to remind myself to do, like, a lot of times I have to set reminders for myself because I have a bad habit of sitting down, getting started on something, and then just like a dog on a bone, just not letting go and just keeping at it. Well, this is kind of forcing me regiment my workflow and everything else. So this one I'm actually pretty thrilled about, and it's the smaller of the little workbook journal type things, and so it's a lot cheaper. So that being said, those are the things from a development side that I've been doing on my personal level lately. So I just want to share that with you guys. Let's see here. We got some new comments in here. Tenchi, I nearly choked on my morning coffee from laughing. Yeah, it was a good show last night. Simicon's in here. When given a choice to go out on Saturday night or stay and watch Anchor Jackalope, stay and watch Anchor Jackalope. 10 of 10. Well, thank you very fucking much. That just makes my day, because I feel the same way. I could go out with my imaginary friends and get drunk, or I could go online with my online friends and hang out. So I think I'd rather be somewhat entrenched in reality, right? Let's see here. Brian, hello everyone. Yak Vex, Backwoods, blah, blah, blah. Do not eat Rob's Skittles. That's hilarious. That's right. That's right. And then, of course, Backwoods making reference to his epic fucking quote. His word for the story we did on the Robert Ricks channel last night was stinky pussy. And for you guys that are like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? So on Friday nights now, I've got a new show that I'm doing over on a Robert R. Ricks one, which is a quasi-challenge for me. Basically, I get a series of words, and I have to work with at least 10 of them. I have to get 10 of the words in the story to call it a success. And truth be told, even if last night I didn't get one of those words in there, last night was hilarious. It was funny because my wife was sitting off camera back over here, and you know, the very first word that came in was stink, you know, first, I guess, topic, because it's multi-word here, but stinky pussy. Okay, and that came complimentary of motherfucking Backwoods. Thank you very much for that, Backwoods, because that turned out to be instrumental in just hilarity and fucking hijinks. Dystopia, Skittles, Antarctica, Stargate Command, Vexing, Corruption, Nephilim, Crying Liberal, and Graboids, and then my wife threw out Jackalope Crew. And so we oh hell. Regardless of how the story came out, the ending really was the fucking punchline, because I finish, I thought I was done, and here's my wife off fucking camera yelling, "What about Stinky Pussy? You forgot about Stinky Pussy." And it was hilarious. So anyway, that was something that we do now. That's going to be a regular every Friday, 7 o'clock at night. We're going to be doing story time, where you good motherfuckers throw some words at me and I put it together. Wife made a good suggestion last night as well. She said, come up with 4 genres. Let you guys vote on the genre to add yet another layer of challenge to that. And so I was like, okay. So anyway, we finished that episode last night, and then my wife was like, so before all of that, we celebrated my daughter's birthday because my wife had to work tonight and tomorrow night. So we were like, oh, well, fuck it. We'll just take care of her yesterday. So we went out, and she wanted to eat sushi. So we took her out to eat sushi, and, you know, it was expensive, but fuck it. It is what it is. You only turn 19 once. So that's all she wanted. Good kid. So we said, fuck it. So we could let her have some sushi and some whatnot. And then we came back, we did a story. And then after that, we had started watching this Netflix series called The Order, and we started watching it, and we were kind of like, huh? And that was Thursday night, I think we started watching this, and you know, it's kind of cheesy, kind of fun, but it is a perfect example of taking a type of story arc that has been done to death, magic users and werewolves, and melding it into a story arc. And I gotta tell you, it was cute. It had some Romeo Juliet. It kind of felt a little bit like Arrow. You know, it's like there's some epicness that happens like in Arrow, and their setup and the delivery. It was very, very good. Yeah, exactly. Bronx is right. It was so good for what it was, and it was good enough that at the very end, when everything was said and done, we're all pretty much ready for it to be over, and then they flip the script and do some fun stuff at the very end, and we're like, oh, okay, all right, I see what you did there. So by the time we were done, it was probably about 3 in the morning, about 3 something in the morning, because we binged it hard. And a show I grew up with that I had watched probably a bajillion times was a movie called Heavy Metal. And what was amazing about Heavy Metal was the different art styles and the direction that it went in, and it was just something that I had never seen before. And to see a cartoon style rendition of something that was done pretty much just for adults, it was a very, 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 very heavy duty cartoon animated piece, and it was really, really good. So there was another series that popped off on Netflix called Love, Death, and Robots, and it's by the director of Deadpool. So there were two things that caught my attention right there: adult cartoon, somewhat directed and helmed by director of Deadpool. And I'm like, he thinks this could possibly be good. So I tell my wife, I want to watch the very first episode. The very first episode was a thing called Sonny's, what was it? Sonny's Edge. Oh my fucking God. Here, let me do this here. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay? So, it's similar to Heavy Metal in that it's a series of shows that are just really, really fucking cool. But, one thing that it didn't have was kind of an overlying arc that carried through all of this, other than maybe some themes, so of course, love, death, and robots. And when it comes to death, this series of really small shorts does not disappoint. Does not disappoint. Because here, let's go through episodes. So they have 18 episodes. And the episodes ranges from 17, 10, 12, 17, 13, 16, 9 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 8 minutes, 16 minutes. So, they range in duration. So the very first episode was Sonny's Edge. Then there was 3 Robots, which was very cute. Witness was very mind-bending. Suits was really good. Sucker of Souls was real fun. When the Yogurt Took Over, probably the most drug-induced piece out of all of them. Like you have to be seriously fucked up on drugs to really appreciate, I think, When the Yogurt Took Over. Beyond the Aquila Rift was very, very good. Good Hunting, The Dump, Shapeshifters, Helping Hand, Fish Night, Lucky 13, Zima Blue, Blind Spot, Ice Age, Alternate Histories, and The Secret War. Those last 3, Ice Age, Alternate Histories, and The Secret War, I have yet to see. I'm going to probably watch those tonight. But I will talk about a few of these that I just fucking loved. So, of course, the very first one I told you, Sonny's Edge. Fuck me. That was the best one, in my opinion, out of all of them. You can just watch that one, and I was like, God damn, that was good storytelling. And it's only, let's see, how long is that motherfucker? That one's only 17 minutes, but I gotta tell you, I was riveted on that piece like you wouldn't believe. The next one I really liked was the 4th episode called Suits. And that one to me was really fun as well. And there are some good Easter egg references to a lot of these. For example, the second episode 3 robots, the way it pops off has a little piece in the very beginning. It's paying respect to Terminator. 4 suits, there was some respect paid to, like, I think aliens in that one. Number 7, Beyond the Aquila Rift. Wow, that one, me and a wife had to pause and have a little conversation after that one. That one was really interesting. Was really fucking interesting. That was a good one. Good Hunting was probably, oh shit, was probably my 3rd favorite, but it was beyond good. It's a perfect example of when you take different genres, blend them together. So this one is like Chinese steampunk, is all I'm going to say about that one. The 10th episode, Shapeshifters. Whoa, that was a good one. That was really fucking epic. 13th episode, aptly named Lucky 13. Wow, the graphics on that, the way that it played out was fucking amazing. The 14th episode, Zima Blue. Whoa, because she needed the money. No, I'm just joking. Zima Blue, I think, was an episode I want my kids to watch just because there was something in that I think the overall message, I think, on that one was just amazing. It was just amazing. But again, if you can only watch one, you can only watch one of those episodes of Love, Death, and Robots Season 1, it's got to be the very first one, Sonny's Edge. Oh my God. It was just, damn, the art style, everything in that was just nuts. And, you know, as far as art direction and style goes, man, there was the episode 3, The Witness, right? Where the synopsis on that one is, after seeing a brutal murder, a woman flees from the killer through the streets of a surreal city. Man, they're not fucking around. The artwork in that one was amazing. Was amazing. It was really kind of a trippy scene, and I do not recommend. This is a cautionary warning for some of my friends that like to do a little bit of the acid and shit before watching some of these shows. I probably wouldn't recommend you drop some acid before watching episode 3, The Witness, because that shit right there, straight-minded, was a mind bend. It was kind of fucked up and crazy. That one episode right there is pretty crazy. The episode 2, 3 Robots was super duper cute. Great fucking graphics on that one as well. But anyway, it was good. Let's see here. Just wait to watch Night Witch Lives, Ghost Lover Poet, and the Pendulum Songs. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just wait until to watch. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that at some point. I'm trying to figure out how, because you want to see my reaction while I'm watching it. So I'm trying to figure out how I can do that. Like, oh, I know how I could do that. I could watch it. I could put the video feed up here, put headphones on, so that it's not playing, and then I could talk as I'm watching it, I suppose. I could do that. I could do that. But anyway, let's see here. Oh, it seems like we got advances on here. West Side, what's up? Always ready for a beer. Ah, fuck, I can't stand beer. I can't drink beer. I don't like it. I have to drink something hard. I cannot drink fucking beer. It's either going to be something like vodka, rum, you know, something. I've never found a beer that I liked. I had a little mead, and that it was okay. I didn't really care for that. Somebody's telling me try some other beer. There's one of my friends was like, yeah, I got some beer I think you'll probably like, and I'm like, all right. And it's like he wants to mix the beer with Jameson and some shit, and I'm like, well, fuck, we'll see. You know, that makes it sound a little better, because I do love me some Jameson and stuff. Speaking of Jameson, tomorrow is St. Patty's Day. I do have some fun stuff. Let's see. Yeah, a stout dark beer. Yeah, that's what they were telling me I'd probably like. Let's see. What will they think of next? A reality show called Reptilian Hook Conspiracy. What are you talking about, Tenchi? Let's see. TJ Hooker. What's up, Roy? We're just talking a little bit about some of the shit that was just up on Netflix. I think you would probably really enjoy that Love, Death, and Robots, Roy, personally, because it's pretty fucking good. But yeah, I'm telling you, that very first episode had me hooked. I mean, look at that. Look at that art. Look at that style. It's like, holy shit. That is just fucking amazing. It was good. It was good. Let's see. I mean, look at the rendering on some of these. This particular episode is good and bad for how good the rendering is. It's fucking great. And this one, you know, the Good Hunting episode 8, that one just caught my heart. It was just a great. It's called Love, Death, and Robots. Love, Death, and Robots. And it's kind of got a feel to it that really reminds me of like heavy metal. So, you know, heavy metal had a bunch of little short bits and pieces that carried through. But it had like a full narrative all the way through it that kind of connected that ball through everything on heavy metal. Beyond, you know, like the Love, Death, and Robots, I think really the only narrative piece in there that kind of carries that all the way through is the fact that it has something to do with either love, death, or robots. I thought it would have been neat if they carried all of those aspects through, but, you know, for the most part, it was good. It was good. Like, I was like, holy shit, this is not quite what I was expecting. I put one in and I thought, yeah, we'll see, you know, because it was already like 3 o'clock in the morning. And by the time I was done, I was like, yeah, I got to go to bed. It's already 5 something in the morning. And so I still got 3 episodes left, the last 3. But everything up to that point, I think, let's see, so how many episodes is that? That's, I got through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I got through 15 of the 18 episodes. The last 3 are going to be 25, 35. About 35 minutes left. Got 35 minutes left. But, you know, the synopsis of the whole thing: terrifying creatures, wicked surprises, dark comedy converge and is not suitable for work. Anthology of animated stories presented by Tim Miller and David Fincher. So there you go. I didn't know David Fincher was part of this as well, but holy shit fuck is all I gotta say. It's good. It's good. There was something there for everybody, but they're right. This is not suitable for work. This ain't some shit you let little tender ears or anybody else look at, because it's just not going to be, it's not going to be, let's see, reacting to when Nightwish concerts are epic. How long is the piece? How long is the Nightwish piece that you're talking about? Let's see. I'm sure Rob would like a good extra stout German beer. Maybe. I haven't had one, so I can't really comment on it. TNG safe for work, boring as fuck. Yeah, well, I'm just saying, because sometimes, oh shit, that's long, bro. That's long. That's gonna have to be a thing in itself to have 18 minutes of me just sitting there going. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm playing with the idea of streaming. I've got the new Far Cry, New Dawn. I'm playing with the fact, you know, there's a lot of times late at night, I'm working, I get done with a particular phase of it, and I'm like, well, shit, I still need to be up for a few hours. I'm getting kind of tired. I'm playing with the thought of streaming some Far Cry New Dawn in those wee hours and see. Oh no, I'm sure I will, Brian. I'm not saying I won't. I'm just saying, I'm just not sure how entertaining it will be for people to watch me, because I've never done a real, like, I've seen a couple of those reaction videos, I've seen a couple of those reaction videos, and I'm not quite sure. I wonder, and I wonder who stopped the rain. Let's see. I wonder what would happen. Let's see. I'm kind of curious now. Now you got me wondering. So if I do this, let's see. St. Patty's, huge deal here in a small town. A lot of activities for all ages all week long. Tomorrow is the parade. Small town is known to have the biggest parades in the whole province. I think Montreal is the first. Watch you watching someone watching someone. Exactly. Someone's watching me. Someone's watching me watching somebody. But I'm watching somebody who is watching me. But who is watching you while you are watching me? But I was actually secretly watching you, watching me, watching you, watching me. Yeah, exactly. You know what? I have to set it. I just realized I would have to set it up because I don't have audio and everything set right. Because what would happen is whatever I play here is just going to automatically play through. So I'm going to have to set that up. Maybe I'll do that. I'll set something for that. Maybe I'll try to get that in tomorrow. I'll just do a little special thing called this video is for fucking Brian, and he really wants me to watch this Night Wish here. So we're gonna watch this Night Wish. You know what? Let's do this real quick. I think I could do this and be somewhat safe. Let's do this. Let me go here and let's do this. So I think I can do this. Where is it? Is it this one? Oh, yep, it's this one. Okay. So I could do this one, right? That showed that whole screen. Let's double check. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, this is the summary. What I'll do is I will make this bigger like that. That way everybody can see things a little clearer. Because I know it's on a big ass screen and sometimes this shit gets kind of shrunk down. But, oh, this looks interesting. Young couple moves into apartment and finds a lost civilization inside their antique freezer. Oh, that sounds cool. Want to see Hitler die in a variety of comical, fantastic ways? Now you can. Welcome to the Multiversity. Oh, that's funny. Elite units in the Red Army fight an unholy evil deep in the ancient forests of Siberia. Oh, that's going to be good, too. That's going to be fucking epic. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. Night Wish. I think I spelled that right? Let me go back and look. Is this the band we're talking about right here? Let's do this. I'm going to do this also. Oops, not that. I'm going to do this. This. That way I can still see something here. Later, bro. Alright. Right, focus. Yeah, it's going to be out of focus because it's a 4K screen. So that's the problem. Let me see if I can fix that. Let's do this. Display capture, properties. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't give me a whole lot of options. That's the problem though, because it's 4K, so it's going to try to stretch everything to fit inside of that 1080. That's the problem. Yeah, I can't really do much about that. Not on this one, because this display is really wonky. Not wonky, it's just really fucking big. Let's see. So, who's watching you? Watching what? Well, okay, let's see. Screen's blurry. Yep, I know. Get better. I just want to make sure. I'm just looking real quick to see which one it is. Let's see. So, Night Wish. Oh, it's on the other one. There was something you wanted me to look at. Let's see. Music. 2000 Ghost Love or Poet and the Pendulums. Poet. Aha. Let's see. The End. Songwriter's dead. Blade fell upon him, taking him to the white lands of Empathica of innocence, Empathica, innocence, the dreamer and the wine, poet without rhyme, a widowed writer torn apart by chains of hell, one last perfect verse, yet still the same. Okay, I gotta feel how this could be. Right now, I've got a mental image of some modern day Dio. Let's see here. Tuck me in, beneath the blue, beneath the pain, beneath the rain. Goodnight kiss for a child in time. Swing blade, my lullaby. Yeah. This has a very Dio early heavy metal feel to it as far as lyrically. So lyrically, that's what I'm getting a vibe off of right here. Let's take a look real quick. Aha, sympathonic metal. Okay, from Finland. Okay, this is telling me a lot. Let's see. So when did they start? They started 2000s, it looks like. Nope, maybe 97. Yeah, 97. So they've been around for a while. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Digging a beard. That's actually pretty rocking. Okay, signing sessions. Looks like they do a lot with their artists. I mean, with their fans. That's good. Let's see. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Shit, I wonder. Let's go down here. Ride the tiger. You can see his stripes. You know he's clean. Dio opera metal. Okay. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking before even listening to a single note. Before even listening to a single motherfucking note. Let's take a look at their website. Okay. Yes. Okay. So methinks singer, right? Ooh, I like stuff like this. This is actually pretty cool. Tablature and songbook. Yeah, get some good tablature. Okay, nuclear blast. All right. Okay, so I'm hoping, really super hoping that this is not going to resort to some super epic screamo, because I am not a fan of screamo. As I'm looking at her right here, you know, I'm hoping she has a good vocal range. I'm hoping that she actually sings. I'm not opposed to belting out some guttural stuff and having some little bit of edgy harshness to things, but one thing I really don't like is getting in and hearing some good solid music, right? And then comes out, and all of a sudden, oh man, when they do that vocal vomit, I'm just like, fuck, you just fucked it up for me. You just fucked it up for me. And there's been some bands that I had some high hopes for, like they'll have some good solid vocals in there, and then they just fuck it up with some hardcore screamo, right? So anyway, no screamo trained opera. Okay, all right, that sounds interesting. Okay, yeah, actually, I will do. I'll do a piece on that. I will do a fucking piece on that. Okay, awesome. All right, so I will do that. I'll actually plan that tomorrow. I don't really have a lot of shit planned tomorrow. I got Graveyard tomorrow night, but before that, when I'm getting all my shit prepped beforehand, maybe I'll do an episode where I just watch that and go doodly doodly doo. Okay, pause. What do I think? I'll set it up so that I can show it. I gotta find a way so I can show it in here. I know what I'll do. I got it. I got a plan. I got a game plan. Yes, I got a game plan. I know it'll work, and it won't fuck up the aspect ratio, etc., etc. Yes. Dio's Queensryche female singer, though. Interesting. Okay. that paints a very, very solid picture in my mind. Okay, so it'll still be interesting to see because, yeah, we'll check it out. All right, so then moving right along. Let's see here. Yeah, so St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow. I had some stuff. Well, obviously, so if I do this, boop, we come back over here. So obviously, for a while there, I had this shirt, and this is actually going down now because it doesn't make any sense to keep it up here anymore. And I ordered one, and I realized this bottom St. Patrick's Day graphic, this green text, it just comes out too light on the shirt. So I'm going to go back and revise this graphic a little bit and put outlines around Steve and some other stuff to make all of these other elements pop a little bit better. Because on a dark shirt, they get really light. It's very hard to read certain pieces of it. But it did come out nice, though. I did enjoy having it on. I walked out. It felt good walking around with a shirt that basically said "fuck you" on it and getting away with it. Because people just saw the lucky you. Didn't realize that in the background it said "fuck you." So that was fun. Walking around in public with a shirt that basically told everybody to fuck off, which was awesome because you can get away with that shit because why? St. Patrick's Day. Okay, anyway. Also, there's a bunch of new designs and stuff up inside. One of these is the Freaking Me Out. I think some folks that remember the old stuff when I used to do a bunch of shots and shit like that, they might recall. So what I'll do is I'll do this, save the image. Because I know it's blurry, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm just going to grab a couple of these like that just to show it to you guys. Because I think some of these came out really fucking cool. Oh, this one came out really good too. This one was a lot of fun, actually. I get a lot of comments on this fucking shirt. People are like, what is that? You know, they come up to me and like, hey, what is your shirt? You know, and I'm like, oh, and I start explaining the sordid adventures of Farouk, Funtuk, and Jizzy J, and they just start laughing. So I think the fact that people are laughing is a good thing. You know what I mean? Like they're like, dude, that's fucking crazy. Let's see, this one right here. I think this one has front, and there's the back. Does it show the arms? Not really. Yeah, but I will show you. We'll save this one. All right, so now we'll go back. We'll get out of this guy, come back here, get you guys back into a normal viewpoint, and then what I could do is just go like this. And this way it's you guys can see the things a little bit better. So first one was obviously You're Freaking Me Out. So let's make this a little bigger so you guys can actually see the art. So there it is. It's like, dude, you're freaking me out. You're freaking me out. Meow, meow, meow. So that was a fun shirt, and it's only a little hint about the angry jackalope right there down in the bottom. But, you know, everybody who's seen this fucking cat has just started fucking howling. Just started laughing. And I got this cat going around the center here. And so people are just cracking the fuck up over this fucking shirt. Like, they're like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, dude, you're freaking me out. It was a shot glass that was on the show quite a bit whenever I would be drinking on air. Not on air, but, you know, on the show. People could see it and whatnot and be like, what are you doing, Rob? Ah, you're freaking me out. So this one, it's funny. This is a rendition of Mr. Trouble. And for you guys that may recall, when I was at the apartment and I was writing different bits and pieces for Sort of Adventures of Farouk, Funtuk, and Jizzy J, there was a character I came up with called Mr. Trouble, where anytime, all right, attention later, anytime, you know, he could walk up to you and say, hey, what's the worst thing you've ever done? Now, if you hadn't done anything of note, really, which is the vast majority of us, you could basically tell him to fuck off. It's like, dude, what are you on high? Get the fuck away from me, right? But if you did do something that was, you know, tipping the scales a little bit, you know, yeah, I stepped out and fucked my sister's, my wife's sister, as an example. You know, that's enough. That is enough to get you ensnared by Mr. Trouble. Now, you know, if it was a one-time thing and it was an accident and you actually felt bad about it, you could fight the request depending on what he asked you to do, right? But if you were like, yeah, I fuck my wife's sister all the time, and yeah, you know, fuck my wife, she don't fucking need to know, blah blah blah, and you don't feel bad about it, well, now it starts to get more fun. And then, of course, you know, let the punishment fit the crime type of thing comes to play. So, you know, there's been some real fun things in the storyline of what Mr. Trouble does to certain people. And, you know, it just goes to show you inside of a certain morally bankrupt group of society, just how much influence he could have. And it's kind of a scathing social commentary on certain things. I had somebody ask me, do you think Mr. Trouble would have sway over you? And I said, ooh, fuck, that's a terrifying question. And it made me pause. And I think the fact that I had to pause and really think about it is probably a pretty good indicator that he wouldn't fuck me over badly. There might be a couple of things in my past that I feel bad about or whatever, but for the most part, there was really no malicious intent behind some of that stuff. So I don't know. I'd like to think he wouldn't, but obviously I'd have to wait and see if he came up and said, hey, so tell me, what's the worst thing you've ever done? It's like, oh, I shit on the floor by accident. Fuck, that doesn't count. You know, that just meant you fucking had some bad timing. Now, this one right here was an example of a design that I wanted to do that was kind of an all-over shirt. This was a newer company that came along that offers their stuff, and this one's a little bit more expensive. This is a higher-end shirt, but what's neat about it is it actually has a front, a back, arms, and if I'm not mistaken, I think even up in the back neck collar there's a logo in there as well. So this is one of these shirts that I wish I could order, but this one, unfortunately for me, is for smaller framed individuals. So, you know, for all of us plus size motherfuckers, this one ain't gonna fly, just because it don't fit. If it don't fit, you must have quit. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, those are some samples, some stuff that's sitting up there, and the other ones that are for folks that came late in the game. That's a reskin of the Convergence book, so I added in some of the characters, added in the kind of the glyph logo of the mark on the planet itself. On the backside, there's a little barcode in there. There's also this picture of a reptilian back there as well, and it has the new RIMAS logo. And then Travel Master was for folks that do a lot of traveling and need to kind of keep track of stuff. Now, it's not necessarily for business. Like, you could use this if you do a lot of vacation stuff and you're just kind of tracking what you're spending your money on, if you've got a budget, things of that nature. This booklet right here, though, has enough in it for you to really track 84 trips. So I guess another way you could look at this is this could be a keepsake for you to keep note of some of the experiences that you go through on vacations. You know, like, where did we eat at again? Oh, what was the name of that restaurant? Blah, blah, blah. You know, so ordered 2 hoodies last night. They look like Crusader. Oh, I've seen those. I've seen those armor pieces. Yeah, those are neat. And then Time Master. This is the one that I'm really excited about, and I can't wait till I get this one. When I get these, I will show you guys on a different stream. This one, for example, probably needs a video. in of itself to explain how to use it, because this one has a lot of different elements to it. Things like mantras, things like vocalizing things to kind of get your mind right, tracking your energy levels, tracking your moods, finding your triggers, things of that nature to kind of help you plan out your days as well as analyze your days after the fact. So it's a day planner that actually serves as a journal tracker, so you can figure out why certain things, like is there certain days that just cause problems for you, and you start to figure out patterns. When you start to figure things out, then you're kind of better equipped to deal with that shit. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we go through life on autopilot. We just fucking just zoom through same shit day in, day out, and not really, being mindful of the shit that we're doing. And so it tends to get us in trouble. It does. It gets us in trouble. So I needed something to help me focus, get my stuff together, and that's what we came up with. So those are some things when they come out, if anybody wants to check them out. Like from time to time, what I do is I set all of those books all at 40% discount. And I think I might be able to finagle even a higher discount out of those, but I want to reserve those for when the crew, for example, is interested in rocking and rolling them. If you guys aren't interested, you're not interested. I really don't give a shit. If you don't want to, if you fuck with these, don't fuck with them. But for me, but here's my my proof, by the way, of the ones with the new styling in it, the new spine, and the new back. So I thought it was funny that Amazon put this stripe on here that says not for resale, not for resale. That was pretty funny. But anyway, what I was saying is things like this Taskmaster, for example. This guy, man, gets usage almost on a daily basis. Like, this is central to a lot of the things that I've been working on for like the last few weeks. And so you can see just in 3 weeks worth of time, I'm already three pages full. And each of these pages is like 48 tasks. And some of these tasks are short, like, let's see, what's a short task here that I've got? Follow up with a particular person, like, make a phone call and remember to have that kind of an appointment. So, for example, schedule appointment with Dr. Burrup, chiropractor, which I've yet to have done. I haven't done that yet. And I gave myself 100 experience points on that, and I said due by February 19th. And I never got that done. So that one is sitting there kind of blanked out. It's not finished. So at some point, I might just mark that off and say, fuck it. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll defer that to some other time. But using this in conjunction with some of the other tools that I've got has made life a lot easier for me. And it also serves as a good reminder. For example, I have a couple of things in here I need to mark off as being done now. For example, Travel Master Workbook. That one was done now. So I give myself 1,500 experience points for that. Travel Master Lulu listing. That's done. I got to update that one. There is one, I was calling it the Life Planner, but that one actually became the Day Planner. So pretty straightforward. And then I have another one I'm going to be creating called Biz Tracker, and that one is for, I'm building that one up for my friend because he has a car lot, and he has all these people that he has to put reminders in this computer program for him to make sure that their payments are coming in. Well, recently, the software that he was using crashed on him. And the guy that built the software said, yeah, I can come in and fix that, but it's going to cost you $1,200. I'm like, dude, why don't you write down what fucking people owe you, what car, what blah, blah. He's like, yeah, I really should. And I thought about it. I said, fuck, I have a problem like that too. I have a lot of people that I web host with, but I never remember when their hosting things are due. And I'm like, damn, I kind of need this too. So it's one of those things where even if you guys work a particular trade and there's something where you're like, you know what, people in my industry need some way to track this, and this, and it would be also useful to have this. Fuck, I'll build it for you. I'll design it for you. We'll put a cover on it. We'll give it a certain name. Throw that bitch up, and then you guys just use it. Have a tool available to you that you need. You know, it's just one of those things that I'm trying to find different types of tool sets that help us, just make us more efficient. And there's something interesting when you write something down, as opposed to typing it in or putting it on your phone or whatever. There's a fun thing that happens when you're actually writing. Shit kind of sticks. Like I've been finding that, comparatively speaking, when I write my tasks down and I'm looking at it and I'm writing it, as opposed to, oh, I'm putting my task list up inside of OneNote, or I'm putting it inside of Outlook or some of these other things. I'm typing them, I'm putting a due date, whatever. I've been noticing the difference between me typing and me writing is very, very pronounced. Anything that I write down, I tend to retain a little better than the shit that I'm typing. And I don't know if that's the same for you guys, but that is for me. And so I thought about that and said, huh. Now, the other benefit of having something that we're writing down is the fact that we can easily put that shit in code, as opposed to, you know, you go on something and you can make it look like it's in code by selecting it, picking wingdings or something else. But the reality is somebody goes, wait a minute, this shit's in wingdings, and just highlight the font and pick it in something else. Now you're fucked, right? So, you know, it's one of those type of things where you got to figure out what's going to work best for you, what's going to, you know, give you the most bang for the buck. For me, these journals, man, they're really useful. And I do put a lot of shit in code. So, for example, I think it's this one. Yeah, memory jogger. So a memory jogger, I can go like this, for example. Yep. I go like this. I can show you my intimate notes right up here. All this shit right here. I can show you this. And you can go, oh, okay, I can see what those are. But when it comes to the passwords and stuff, good fucking luck. You're not going to guess those passwords because guess what? They're not the password. They're coded references to passwords. So I put a code in here that goes, oh, GD, for example, and then I put something in there to remind myself, hey, that's the password that you use. And it might be the very first letter of the password. I'm like, okay, I know what that password is, right? And it's funny because I gave it to my kids, and my kids know most of my fucking passwords. It's funny. I go, hey, guys, look at this shit and tell me if you can tell what this is. And they're like, I don't know what the fuck this is, Dad. What is that? And I'm like, good. Okay, perfect. So you could do shit like that with shit you write versus what you do on a computer, right? The other thing is you could draw a picture. You could draw a picture of something that you know what that picture is, what that reference is. You can be like drawing a dick if you wanted to, right? And you could say, dick. You know, you draw a dick, and that might be a reference to your boss. No one but you knows that that particular picture represents a certain person. So anyway, I think it's fun. Brian says his tasks is wake up. He gets a 1,000 experience points for that. Feed animals between 4 to 6 p.m. That's 1,000 experience points. Survive day intact. That's always a big one right there. 1,000 experience points. Survive days. Minimal loss of body parts. 500 experience. I don't know. I think the body parts is probably up there with that 1,000 because here's the deal. Yeah, you survived a day intact, but what if your penis is gone? Oh, suddenly that experience points right there goes up like 5,000. You know what I'm saying? Go to sleep alive. There you go, 5,000. So again, that's my point. You know, and that's the fun thing. Exactly. Make journals like that as a game and compete with yourself day to day. That's exactly what it is, Garen. So that's why all of these journals at the very top they have this Experience Life logo, and you notice the experience is EXP, and the XP is caps, experience points. So all of us that play video games understand the concept of experience points. And so there's a book that I've been working on for the better part of 4 years now, 3 years now. I started actually, you can go back and look at the Angry Jackalope stuff, look at the Glint series. The Glint series encompasses a lot of what XP Life's all about. And so there's going to be a book that comes out that ties all of these journals, specifically Task Killer, I should say. So Task Killer, again, that's kind of fun because we're killing tasks. So it's kind of like quests that we're knocking out. That one, all of the Master series. So anything like Meeting Masters, things of that nature, the ones that have like the little samurai animals and stuff on it. So those ones, basically, those tie in as well because you're doing the meetings and you're doing stuff and you're trying to be more organized in your day-to-day activities where you're having agendas and things of that nature. But again, these start to give you the action items that you are going to feed in and define out your tasks. And these are useful because the task Meeting Master, for example, is where I actually will sketch out. So people ask me, why do I have this big grid that spans both pages? That's so I can sit and draw. I can draw forms. I can draw different things out. And it helps me to organize stuff. And the funny thing is, even outside of the grids, I will draw. You know, I'll just draw shit outside the grid like it's no big deal because this is your shit. You use this stuff to your advantage. You know, you could take this also, and I try to make these things generic enough for you. Let's say, for example, okay, we're talking about tabletop RPGs, right? I wanted to put one together and put in different grid types, right? So you have your hex grids, your square grids, you know, whatever. So you could draw maps and things of that nature. So as a DM resource, boom, there it is. But then I realized I got to be real careful because if I say something like Dungeon Master, something like that, holy fuck, I'll get fucking WotC on me like you wouldn't believe, because WotC don't fucking play. WotC's one of those companies, they will sue the shit out of you. So I do have one that I'm building that's called a Game Master. So again, it's a master resource, right? So Gaming Master resource, and that one allows you to create your scenarios, your monsters, your XP, all that other stuff for when you're doing encounter tables, things of that nature. Those will be in there, right? In addition to that, let's see, Garen asks, how about a workout one? Yep, I actually have 2 different workout ones that I'm working on. So if I go and I grab my Task Killer again, right, inside of here, right, oh, actually, not this one. It was inside of the time tracker. I actually drew them out. Nope. Meeting Master. Sorry. Got them mixed up for a second there. Meeting Master. I was on a plane. There it is. Right there. So right about here, there's cooking. There's travel. Not travel. Cooking, workout, training, dream log, bucket list, Reliant, which is basically a prepper workbook, and gratifying the experience. So good tracking. So that last one there, good tracking, that one actually got pulled into the day planner. And there's a day planner. So this one was actually talking about the day planner back in February 13th when I left to go pick up Irene. And then, so I had broke a bunch of these down and was explaining how these all tie into Experience Life, right? So gratifying, mindful accomplishments, day planner, Reliant workbook, bucket list, dream log, training master, workout master, cooking master, travel master is done, YouTube producer is done. Sketchbook is one that I'm working on. I got that one kind of pushed off for a little while. The Why book is a workbook for you to figure out what you really want in life, why you're doing what you're doing, etc. That plays in with the journal stuff. Cooking Master, that one I'm going to put together for my daughter so she has a book, put all her recipes and shit in. Diet Master, I don't know if I really want to do that. It might just fall into the workout one where people can put in their workout routines, their diets, they could track their macros, their calories, things of that nature. They could track their supplements, things that are important for them. One that will probably get done pretty soon here is Social Planner. I have a lot of times where doing social campaigns, you're doing stuff on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, etc. And you want to have a nice solid messaging, and you want to have an execution plan. So you want to put that together. Another one I might be working on is called the Blog Master. Again, it's one of those things where you're getting all your resources together, you're doing all your research, you're putting everything together, you're figuring out. It's almost like you're a reporter or editor, right? You're getting all your shit together, getting all your facts, who, what, when, where, how, why, wow, putting it all together, then typing everything up, referring back to your notes, and then publishing your story. Because there are some people take the blogging shit super fucking serious. And then, of course, one of the first things that I put out for me was this author workbook. Was a way for me to put in 55 different stories and be able to track all of that. Like I had a couple of new story ideas just today talking with my daughter that I need to write together. So anyway, GM is generic terminology, or the Game Operators Director, GOD. Yeah, I think GM is one of those things, but I think I'm going to be more ambiguous just by calling it, Game Master, Game Master Planner or something like that, because I already have the master stuff that I'm playing with. So Meeting Master, Travel Master, Time Master, etc. So I'm carrying that whole series through. So having one that's called Game Master also works well, because again, it's also a journal for people that play games. They might want to notate certain things, like they're playing a game and to go online, they'll find an answer to a certain puzzle room or something like that. They can note it in the thing and then keep playing. And instead of keep going back to the websites and looking, hey, I already found that answer here. Here's the code for this. Or some games, you don't have that online. It's a dynamically generated thing, so they give you a code, and so you're like, fuck, what are they? So a lot of times, like, I'm just running around, I got a scratch paper here, and I write that note down, and then later on, I'm like, fuck, But yeah, Life Master, that one, the way that one was going to play out was going to be kind of a combination of a bunch of these different journals and just day-to-day worksheet things for you to, it's more metaphysical, right? It's more of you saying, hey, I'm a good person, I'm a good person, I'm a good person. So it's one thing to just say it. So I have a thing on my day planner, for example, where you actually write it in. So you write the thing out, and then you have checkboxes 7 times where throughout the day, you're supposed to remind yourself of that daily mantra. It's kind of like the concept of impressions to actions. So a lot of times there's 7 impressions to an action. The other thing is, a lot of times we create our reality, and I can prove this to you. So there's sometimes you'll tell a story as you go through life, and you'll tell the story over and over and over and over and over, and you might have made a mistake. You might have made one little mistake, but because you've said this so many fucking times, you could take a lie detector test and pass it, because you have said it so many fucking times that it has become your truth, right? So yeah, there's a couple of different things that I'm working on, but the fun thing is, I can create these, I can make them, I can put them up, and even if I don't sell them like gangbusters, it doesn't matter, because here's the benefit. Right now, as an author, I can legitimately say I have 10 books out now. I can say I've published 10 books. And I'll say 9 of those books were published in 2019. Now that, at a superficial level, is impressive as shit. And the other thing that's really funny is, I can point to all of them, and I can also, from a designer point of view, say, I've designed the covers and everything of those same 10 books. So any way you slice it, it's still impressive. It doesn't matter if I sold 1 copy, 2 copies, whatever. That's not it. I'm not in this to make money on this. I'm in this to make myself a legitimate publisher, author, designer. It covers multiple verticals for myself. And it also gives me and the people that I care the most about tools that we use when we're executing on trying to do what other people view as impossible. Masterlope. I don't know. Masterlope. I gotta be careful. That kind of sounds like, you know, we could keep going with the master. Sooner or later, someone said, do the masturbator book. It's for fishermen. Masturbator book. Oh, now we need Mahu Rob Rick's Hawaiian cookbook. Yeah, ain't no Mahu in that regards, but I might do the master's cookbook. And you know, the fun thing about that is, I don't know about you guys, but in our family, we have probably 3 or 4 different cookbooks that are like in different places, and they have different recipes and stuff. So, you know, this is one of those ones where you could sit there and put out this master cookbook, and they could sit and just put the recipes in as they want. And then they have these, I have these little dividers that you can buy, which, of course, now that I want to show you guys, I can't put hands on it. I just cleaned up, too. That's the fucking funny. Oh, I bet it's right in here. I bet you. Is it in this drawer? Nope, not in that drawer. What about this drawer? Nope, not in this drawer either. Well, makes me a liar. Is it here? I have these. So I use these things right here to call out things in my task list. So this was something I found was super useful. I think there's like a couple hundred of these in one little thing that I bought. But just like this, they have tabs like we get in little notebooks and shit. Boom, boom, boom. You know, and there it is. So, oh yeah, story time was yesterday, Jay. Yep, story time was yesterday, and it was pretty fucking funny, dude. Go over on the Robert Ricks one and just watch that replay, because it was fucking epic. It was good. It was a good time. Bossalope, I could see somebody getting, you know, a master resource. What do you call that? Master workforce guide, where they're sitting there and they're managing their resources, like the people that they have available and who they're going to have doing what on what day and everything else. What do you call that? That's like a timesheet. So like maybe a master timesheet manager. So somebody sits there and they have a list on the right hand side. On the right page, there's a list of all the different people, and then it can have their availability dates, days available, times available, etc. And then another level, a note in there that says experience level, like how good are they at their job, or some other note. And then on the left-hand side, there's like a quasi calendar where they can sit there and just start plotting people's positions, you know. So on the right-hand side, you have like, you know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So on the left-hand side, you're just putting A, B, C, A, B, 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 whatever. So that way they can sit on their loose time scheduling their resources, and then when they go in and do the master timesheet online and everything, they've already got everything worked out on their sheet. So, you know, those are the type of things that I like to come up with as just a bunch of tool repositories for people in different walks of life, to make their lives easier. Because once I figured out this book format, and I'm like, dude, this is really convenient for me to carry around and do shit with. I throw 2 or 3 of these in a fucking backpack with my regular books, with my, what do you call it? My square reader and whatnot. And then I'm sitting there, and then somebody comes up and says, hey, what do you write? I'm like, oh, I wrote this book. Boom, I bring it out, hand it to them, let them look at it. They're like, oh, that's cool. How much is it? Yeah, $20. Oh, okay. Cash, card, whatever you want. You pull out a fucking card. I pull out a square reader. Oh, you got PayPal? Pull out a PayPal reader. Oh, you got Venmo? Pull out my fucking phone. Multiple ways. Handle business, right? But then I also have it. So when my biz guide comes out, I will have something to track all of my transactions. I'll be like, oh, sold to such and such on this date, because me personally, I want to personally thank every motherfucker that buys my shit. So I want to have, like, when you go and look at my Convergence 2012, all the people that I personally interacted with that bought stuff from me, I put them on a list. And I said, thank you. These are the motherfuckers that I really want to say super thank you to. When it comes to Magic Really Sucks, it's going to be the same way. All of the people that are helping me, whether it be Lyra, whether it be Garen, whether it be Yak, whether it be Vixen, whether it be whoever, you know, whoever is doing stuff. Tenchi, for example, he did a video talking about it. Whoever is helping me talking about things and giving me a good praise or whatever. You know, Ed the other day gave me a fucking great. He texted me on Facebook, messaged me, told me some shit, made my fucking day. I like to acknowledge everybody if I can. So when I'm out and I'm interacting with people and I'm selling them shit and they're buying shit and we're having conversations and whatnot, when I come back home, you could bet your bottom dollar I have them notated in my receipt book. Hey, I'm going to call him out. Hey, you know what? I met, Bill Thornton earlier, and he's a fucking amazing dude. Thank you very much for supporting me, bro. I really hope you enjoyed that fucking book. If you do, come back. Let me know. Here I'm on the Facebook. Here I'm with this, blah, blah, blah. And, there it is. I like, that's one of the benefits of me being small like this is I can get to know all of you motherfuckers at a certain level. You get to a certain size, that shit becomes impossible. Right now, shit, what do we have in here right now? We have 10 viewers. That is easy as a motherfucker. Let me see on my chat here. Brian, yep, no Brian. Garen, yep, no Garen. Jay, yep, no Jay. Let's see, anybody here I don't fucking know? Nope, I know every motherfucker that is in here that has been talking thus far. You know what I mean? I know all of you. I know every last one of you. Now, every so often, we get a real random looky-loo that comes through, and they go, oh, keep going. But for the most part, I know all you motherfuckers. So that's the benefit of being small. And so for you other developers or you other YouTubers or you other marketeers and stuff like that that are like peeping game or whatever, enjoy this part. I know everybody wants to be the next fucking PewDiePie or whatever, but fuck that. This is the part here. This is the important part. This is the relations. These are the things that make the shit we do worthwhile. Because without this core right here, fuck it, why are we doing it? Who cares? It's irrelevant. The circle jerk is mental masturbation. It's doing this to just do this. Right? Yeah, see, Paula too. So it's like, I get to know all you guys. I mean, that also comes with its own possible negative in regards to things like when Brooke died. You get to know people, but it's like you're just, expanding your relationships and stuff like that. Oh yeah, Guide to Stranger Things Season 1 book, episode, and reviews analysis. Yeah. I mean, really, there's nothing to stop you from doing certain things. Now, when it comes to that, if you go to publish it, you got to be real careful. You got to get kind of permission and let them know. Because if you're talking, you use any of their logos, any of their markings, anything else, you got to be careful. Now, if I put out a book, said Robert R. Rick's Guide to Stranger Things and Experiences in the World, okay, well, they can't come after me for that because there's all kinds of strange shit that's out there. So if I did a book talking about paranormal stuff, fine. But if I make something about something that has copyright, something that has a brand, normally they don't object. You just have to kind of contact them, say, hey, I'm going to put out a piece. I'm going to talk about this, blah, blah, blah. I have a different point of view on it. I think it's really great, blah, blah, blah. You give them the synopsis and everything else, and a lot of times they're going to come back and say, okay, well, we want a piece of that action because you're talking about our shit. And that's when you got a gut check and say, okay, fine. You can take your 30% of my 5 books that I'm going to sell right here, right now. So it's one of those funny things, Anyone who won that Bravo 1.5 Wednesday? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Anyway, we are past the hour. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. It's Saturday. I got a bunch of stuff I'm going to get going on tonight. Getting ready for tomorrow. you know, et cetera, et cetera. So anyway, thank you guys very much fucking hanging out. You guys always, I look forward to this shit all week long. You guys just don't know, just because my normal weeks are just, you know, there's mad nonstop craziness and everything else. That's why it was kind of a rare treat for me and the wife to just watch some shit last night. And so anyway, that's that. Yeah, working gets in the way of a lot of things, doesn't it? But gotta chase that fucking mighty dollar to pay these motherfucking bills, right? Otherwise, fuck. Then we got no internet. We got none of that shit. And it makes life really shitty because, like I said, I can go out with my imaginary friends. But I'd rather hang out with you guys. Alright, guys. That's it for now. If you like it, please subscribe. Tell your friends far and wide. Until next time, motherfuckers, please be good to yourself, good to each other. Go out, live life to the light. Go out, live life to the fullest. Ride the bus, the wheels fall off, fall down, get some scars, play some bills. Pay some bills, find some love, and all that jazz. And I will see you, motherfuckers. Masturbator is a must. I might do that. I don't know yet. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow because I'm gonna do that that Nightwish thing. I think that was right? Nightwish. I think that was the name of the band. Let me double check real quick. Nightwish. Yep. And I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to listen to anything yet. I have no idea. I have a loose idea what they're about, but I haven't heard anything yet. And I won't because Brian really wants to see that. And I'm going to do that for you, Brian. Okay, I'll give you guys that response video. All right? Okay, guys. Later.